Macarthur High, and Lexi's from Whittier. Pledge allegiance, please, guys.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you, guys. Roll call.
Ms. Bradley? Here. Mr. Rice?
Here.
Colonel Taylor?
Here.
Ms. Clockbelter?
Here.
Ms. Nyworth?
Here.
Ms. Edwards?
All righty. Board announcement. We have an announcement, unfortunately. Kelly Edwards, Vice President of the Board of Lawton Public School Board of Education, has to step down. She has moved and places her residence outside of the Lawton Public School District. Vice President Kelly Edwards announced she will step down from her position on the Lawton School Board as of November 19th. She and her family recently sold their home and purchased land outside the LPS school district, which disqualifies her from serving in her position as Area 3 representative for the Lawton Board of Education. We all regret that. We have been devastated, but so if how this works is we would like anyone interested in filling her position to send me their resume, their request, and send it to the superintendent in care of the superintendent's office, please. And at our December meeting, we'll consider appointing someone.
And we will get those press releases out with Lynn and for those letters of interest to be submitted. So.
Can I just want to speak to Kelly for a minute. Kelly was an absolute, awesome board member. She's smart as they get, and she did a lot of wonderful things, and I want her to know that we're going to miss her tremendously.
Yes, certainly will. And being a parent of school-age children, that was nice. So we're going to miss Kelly. Flower Mound may have to make her sign up. All right, any other board announcements? Okay, we put that first just so people would understand where Kelly was tonight. Any special guests?
Not that I know of.
No, just us, huh?
Yep.
Architects.
Good evening, I'm Corey Miller with AIP, and Josh can't be with us here tonight, so just a quick update on the construction progress, or demolition progress, I should say. It's well underway over there. I think everyone's seen from the district's Facebook photos that they're probably about halfway done with that first level there along the access drive. But they're well on their way to be on schedule for mid-December, and things are looking good there. They'll then move on to spreading the mountain of dirt that we have behind it and creating the future practice football field. Ron Stevens Stadium, the foundation work wrapped up today with placing concrete, so that's good. And the Tomlinson Middle School, we got the PSO easement submitted, and that's in the mail on its way, so that's taken care of. Are there any questions on my written report?
Okay.
All right, thank you all.
We had report in the agenda for everything else. Mr. Superintendent.
Well, at this time, we will draw.
Lexi's going to come.
Lexi's going to come up
on,
and draw
Lexi.
the next school for our school makeover project. Now, what school do you go to?
I go to Whittier.
Oh, you're going to spin this wheel and one will come out there. Go the other way. I'm sorry. I always do it backwards. There you go, right there.
Is.
Who'd you pull out? Macarthur High School. We pulled the high school. Who goes to Mac High? There, hey, that's a good. Hey, you tell everybody you told her to draw that out, so they'll. First high school to win.
Yeah, that's awesome.
On the curb appeal projects right now, Ridgecrest, again, is almost complete. They're finishing up the last fence. There's been lots of painting going on, and we're working on our project, submitting permits and stuff for the other 4 as we move forward. As people have told me, I'd like for it to move a little faster, but it is still moving, and we got things going, and getting the purchase orders on and getting the contracts approved and getting those done today are the first steps. And we're really excited about just how quickly things are going to start turning over. We got signs that are supposed to be at any day to start being mounted at different sites.
Oh,
So
that'd be good.
we're excited about that.
Alrighty.
So next on mine is the
Yeah. Do we
Instructional
need to
calendar.
Look at our calendar. Does anybody have any questions about the instructional calendar? Mine's not, there it is. Another full week at Thanksgiving and.
yes, and probably the biggest change is the full week at fall break.
Yep.
And, we have to go to school so many days, and what we're finding is the short short weeks are high absentee days or high non-attendance days, and we don't get a lot of it until those Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday weeks we don't. So we're just making the full weeks,
Okay.
and we're just adding the days, and we've added a couple virtual days into the calendar. Just so we
Just in
got
case.
it in there to practice those with our teachers and students, because we know it'll be something we want to be prepared for. And one of those, like Veterans Day, is on a Thursday, so we added that day for the day after. Parents can then it doesn't give our staff, because our staff are expected to work, but parents with their students, that gives them a 4-day weekend if they're planning something for that weekend, especially if they're off work. And so that's probably the biggest changes we had with the full week, and then we added a couple virtual days.
Remind me when school started this year. Can
We
someone-
started the 22nd, I believe. We started it a little later, and it caused a little bit of our athletic programs and things were in full swing, and we were a week later than everyone else.
I know we were, and we did that because people were thinking I'm not saying that I'm against
Yeah.
this. Don't read that into that. But there was lots of people encouraging us to move to a little bit later date. So it's a little bit of a concern, but
Yeah, well, this
Yeah,
is-
and I mean, like I said, we checked with. We submitted it to teacher groups. We submitted it to our administration. We've kind of had this calendar.
parents, did you do
Yeah,
parents?
we've had this floating around trying to
Okay.
get everyone to look at it we're a little later than usually we approve the calendar, just because
Right.
of being new, and Dr. James's team, and then the executive leadership team looking at it, and then the whole district leadership, and then it's looked at the principals, and the PPDC
Yeah,
group yesterday looked at it, and they really like it. I think they really like the
the weeks.
weeks.
Start on
And
the-
the other, if you back it up much more, then you end up getting closer to Memorial Day, and people, those May days, the weather is so nice. Those are the people really like to get out around the 19th or the 20th. So
We're
that's
starting
kind of where.
school on the 12th on this one.
Mhm.
I know, and I'm not opposed to it. I just know that we had lots of
And,
urging for us to move it the other direction.
and we will definitely monitor that in the future and make sure that, because one thing we do is monitor the days the calendar went from 173 to
Right.
166, 168, because they just eliminated those days. We're still going plenty of hours.
Yeah.
And so we want to make sure that every day we put on the calendar is a day that's
Right.
not a struggle. And so if what you're saying is we look up and we have a high absentee rate in those first, we're going to have to figure out a way to come back on those,
Thank you.
later.
All right. Any other questions? Do I have a motion?
I make a motion. that we
I'll
pass
second
as
it.
is.
Call the roll.
Ms. Bradley?
Yes.
Mr. Rice?
Yes,
Ms. Clodfelter?
Yes.
Ms. Nyworth?
Yes. All right. You want to explain 7D?
7D, we had this discussion in different names, but again, we know, and you guys as a board, when I've talked to you individually, one of the things that has probably been concerning to you is our staff have had to work extra hard. And there's been a lot of stress on our staff. So, one thing that I really like is giving that holiday bonus, Christmas bonus, you can call it a stipend, but just something to reward our teachers and our staff across the board for the extra they did. with the budget cuts and some of the things going on, we didn't come up with a whole lot, but we did, in visiting with Lance, our CFO, we did feel like we could give every staff member a $150 check, which, I'm sorry to tell him, Uncle Sam is going to take his share. He just does that. But it still will be enough to contribute to a Christmas dinner or just something a little bit extra. We'll pass those, we'll run that on December 10th, but just something a little bit extra to feel, so they know you guys appreciate them, because this is coming from you as a board, and they know you appreciate and you understand that with the COVID virus, our people are doing more, and they deserve more. I wish it could be more, and hopefully in the future we can do more, but with the budget cuts and uncertainty, we don't know that we can do it in the first future. That's one reason you call it a bonus or a stipend, because it's a one-time award. So that was kind of, any questions?
Contracted employees.
Every employee that's under contract full-time is who we're giving it, yes.
Okay.
Well, I'm thrilled. I am
Yeah.
so glad, under your direction, Kevin, that we have chosen to do this. And I couldn't be more pleased.
Well, I'm going to say again, and I can't say it enough, I get to make decisions, and you guys hired me, but the teachers and the staff, and these are frontline people,
Right.
are the ones out there. It's stressful to them. We heard the CDC today said the safest place for kids is face-to-face at school, but that doesn't make it less stressful for our
Right.
adults who are there every day. So, any little thing we can do to reward and let them know we appreciate them, I'm always for. So I
Make the
appreciate it.
motion.
I make that motion.
All right.
I'll second it.
Call the roll.
Ms. Bradley?
Yes.
Mr. Rice?
Yes.
Ms. Clodfelter?
Definitely, yes.
Ms. Nyworth?
Yes. All right, consent agenda. I need to remove 8H3. Anybody else? Motion for the balance? Okay, she said her computer's got to catch up. All right, now, Carla.
Now that it jumped on me? Okay, I make a motion, we approve the balance of the consent agenda without H,
8H3.
H3. Okay.
All right.
It's gone.
I'll second it.
All right, call the roll.
Ms. Bradley?
Yes.
Mr. Rice?
Yes.
Ms. Clodfelter?
Yes.
Ms. Nyworth?
Yes. All right, do I have a motion for 8H3?
I make a motion that we approve 8H3.
Second.
Call the roll.
Hang on.
We'll wait on you.
No
You say
problem.
our name, we're not going to let you say that.
I did.
Hang on. Where am I? Okay. Ms. Bradley?
Yes.
Mr. Rice?
Yes.
Ms. Clodfelter?
Yes.
Ms. Nyworth?
Abstain.
At least you remembered that.
Good job. Instead of reading it forward here.
We do not need executive session unless one of y'all do.
We do not, does anybody? Okay.
I don't think we will, we may at the
The next meeting, we will be having
Yes.
executive session, yes. Yeah, I'm like yours, mine is jumping around.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's.
All right, and superintendent's personnel report.
I make a motion, we approve the superintendent's personnel report as presented.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay. Call the roll, ma'am.
Ms. Bradley?
Yes.
Mr. Rice?
Yes.
Ms. Clodfelter?
Yes.
Ms. Nyworth?
Yes. All right, new business.
I have no new business, but I do have the good news.
All right.
We slipped through, we kind of
We
got
did.
something out of the order there, and it's okay.
Run over that.
For the first time ever, Lawton Public Schools will be serving LPS students and any child 18 and under with meals during the Thanksgiving break. Child Nutrition will distribute the meals consisting of 7 breakfasts and 7 lunch at the front drive of Central Middle School. So any child, you can drive through there and get 14 meals on Monday
On Monday.
and pick up 14 meals for the whole week of Thanksgiving break to have them. They will also be serving grab-and-go meals over Christmas break. So every Monday that we're out from here on, we're going to try to have that set up. And my goal is, and the child nutrition people, please don't throw things at me. My goal is we have to open up more sites because we've got a lot of people coming and picking up
Yeah,
these meals.
okay.
So hopefully, because in the past we haven't had a lot, like on the snow days or the virtual days, we didn't have a lot of people show up. So hopefully, with this being the first time over Thanksgiving break, we get a lot of people that take advantage of this. And and we can serve those meals. Then the Macarthur High School JROTC, led by Major Craig Redfern, made a welcome delivery today. The cadets worked hard collecting over 430 pounds of non-perishable food items that will help the soldiers and their families through Thanksgiving and Christmas. So shout out to them for their service in their public service.
All right. Anything else? Any new board meetings? The next regular date is December the 14th at 5 here at Shoemaker. No special board meetings required, I don't believe.
Nope.
And also in December, we'll have the policy manual on there.
We're going to work, but
Maybe.
Jean is the one doing it, and she's been quarantined and had, so she thinks she can get it to Julie, but if she doesn't, it may have to be January, because we got to get the final draft that matches we got Lawton's and all of our dates and things in there correct.
Right.
So we're hoping to do it in December. If not, it'll be January.
All right, and I'd like to make the public aware that Pro Musica is a musical group here in town of wonderful singers, and they're having a concert at Eisenhower Middle School Auditorium, December the 5th at 7. So come and see our new auditorium and enjoy some wonderful Christmas music. Anybody else? All right, so I guess we're gone.
She loves that, doesn't she?
I love it.
She loves that, doesn't she? She just,
Oh, I'm gonna tell Dr. James though that I just read the article.
All right, you too.
That our governor